お前の道はここで終わりだ。見せてその先の力というもの。ブリーチ、ブレイブソウルズ。
Alright guys, this is your boy the Death Smasher and welcome back to yet another Bleach Brave Souls video, and today we are back again with one last top 10 for attribute, and this time we are going to be tackling on the technique attribute, which by the way has not received too many characters that is pretty much, you know, worth to update. But that being said, I did swap around the orders of the characters as the way I see fit in terms of damage, value, etc. It's just that some stuff has actually changed that, you know, allowed me to reflect and just change the order, and of course the honorable mentions are quite different, but besides that, we just have only one new character added to the list. So with that being said and done, let us begin and start off with the honorable mentions. We picked out Ilford, the Link Slot Momo, and Yukio right here as honorable mentions this time around. So starting off with Ilford, he's a great epic grade farmer. He definitely is for sure. It's just that now we've gotten way better pot units as a whole, and this character needs to pretty much have Ronkers, which will still work just fine, don't get me wrong, because look at what he has. Frenzy +1, speed, link slot potions. He also has a pretty high berserker, a 60% plus technique attribute, a Ronker strong attack damage, plus this extra 40% of Ronker damage to status summon affected enemies, and the Ronker resonance skill, where the more Ronkers are on the same type of quest, the more strong attack damage Ilford gets. But he's mainly an epic grade farmer, no havoc, and one status summon. He's only meant for epic grades and nothing else, and does have 20% stamina recovery, read all affiliation dodges, and Sprint +1. He has a 2500 length beam, 800 AoE, and then the third is full screen, but other than that, nothing too crazy, just a link slot farmer at the end of the day with a mist killer, that's all. And then Momo, nothing too crazy to write home about, but it's just the fact that this is what makes her as an honorable mention. Link her up and you can turn any one of your technique characters into a farmer. Even a unit that doesn't have the link slot potion skill or has it, you're just going to be able to buff that up and pretty much farm link slot potions. But it doesn't really matter too much because the kit is kind of wonky, and yeah, she only has status elements on her second, third, and the special, not even the first, which is pretty bad. And yeah, just decent skill. She's mainly in lane. Yuki, on the other hand, he's a booster unit for the ranged Espada GQ. So if you guys don't have a booster, you guys can actually use this character, and he's actually quite fine. And funny enough, the best Yuki that we have in the game, just by having Flurry with a, hold on, how much? Bruiser? Yeah, 40% with a normal attack damage, 20%, and then has the same old 50% killer effect in Guild Quest and 30% range damage in Guild Quest. Also has strong attack recharge time, which is kind of interesting. But the main pointer is the fact that he has a booster. So like for Guild Quest, absolutely valuable for sure, and he might actually be good for the new upcoming GQ difficulty that we're gonna get sometime in September, if not after that. But other than that, he's definitely an honorable mention for a good reason, but I don't think he's worthy of a top 10 character because I have to be honest, NAD units outside of Guild Quest are pretty much just dying out, and even then, right now, they don't have too much of a good place when you can just do sub 1 runs for sure. But yeah, that's the honorable mentions. I think I rambled on a bit longer than ever, but it's time to fully, truly begin with the top 10 list. At number 10, we have Cacao Society Grimjow. He's actually close to falling off. It's crazy. It's just that tech has gotten way too many broken characters, and that's why he's pretty much on the edge of getting off the list, which there's nothing wrong with him. The only realistic flaw is the fact that he only has Frenzy +2 and no increased status element chance, but everything else about this character is still quite good. He has the speed link slot potion skill and the super pot skill as well, was the first of its kind for technique, and also had a pretty good kit too, like Trust, and also had technique attribute Ronker damage to status element affected enemies plus 20% with the Ronker killer, and the kit is good. Like, he has a 3k length beam with 1020 width, pretty good. Suction Vortex on the SA2, and then the Charge Distant AoE SA3, which basically hits like a truck. I have him max transcended, and I can definitely tell you guys, he's a good character. It's just that, I have to be honest, 1000 Year Blower Uryu and SAIKYOU are just going to be able to be the better super pot farmers. But in terms of farming epic grades, he still gets the job done just fine, honestly speaking. He's a better Ilford for sure, and if you pair him up with him, well, epic grades are just going to be a breathe-through, honestly speaking. But that's just about it. At number 9, we have ourselves Roka. I'm not gonna lie, thanks to the 8th anniversary Ichigo, I'm kind of warming up to characters that have range collision as long as they have good stuff, except in Roka's case, she needed increased status element chance. Like, I do appreciate that she has a high berserker of 40% with the, what was it? Yeah, increased strong attack damage of 40% at full stam. It's great. It's just that she needed that, plus a better second strong attack for sure, because I'm not gonna lie, I still don't like the fact when combined with the 18% shade, you have the homing vortex. Now, it's not the 960 homing vortex or the 750 homing vortex. It's literally just that, and just unlocks the enemy mobs, leaving the SE3 being the only potent strong attack. But I can already imagine that if this character had Frenzy plus 3, or like, you know, Frenzy plus 2 with 80% SP buff, she definitely would have been better upon release. It's just that she isn't, and that's why she's so low on this list. You can use her as a nuker as well for the holo GQ, but you have Yama for that, and even then, this character is just gonna pretty much, you know, get Thanos soon from the list once we get better characters at the end of the day. But like, yeah, that's all you guys really need to know. Just a character with great amount of skills. The kit is fumbled, sadly. Pretty much 18% shave, homing vortex, and then a full screen SA3, so nothing to pretty much write home about this character. And up next at number 8 is Art Book Ichigo. Now, this character is still quite good. He still has a value in GQ. He still does respectable damage when he has Killer, but other than that, he is definitely starting to show his age as a character alongside 5th anniversary Ichigo, to the point that they're kind of falling off, but they still aged quite well to the point that they can still stay on the list, which is crazy. But yeah, Frenzy, Havoc of 20%, Berserker 60, Marauder, and he basically has the same kit as Parasol Bruno, which I talked about in the previous video, and also has Long Stride with Sprint plus 2, and is immune to every status elements. But yeah, Suction Vortex, 960, third strong attack that's full screen. You cannot go wrong with this character. He definitely was great upon release. It's just that he kind of needed a bit more damage, but he's still good in my opinion, for sure. I still find myself using this character every now and then. It's just, yeah, there's better tech characters. Now, up next at number 7 is the 1000-Year Blow War Past version of Chojo. Now, this character is unhyped, but you guys cannot deny this character provides a lot of value for your account for when it comes to farming both pots and droplets. Droplets specifically, because let's just take a look at everything else. He's a Quincy killer. Yeah, the only time you're ever gonna see Quincy's is in IT whenever we get that back, and in Droplet Zone, and funny enough, he has Killer in his respective Droplet Zone, which is crazy. The Droplet drop link, which is good, you can pair him up to the likes of 1000-Year Blower, Anime, Uryu, or, hold on, I don't, is that it? I don't even remember, bro. Who cares? Who cares? Let's just move on, and, you want to use this character as a main unit, and not as a link, because this guy guarantees speed droplets of plus 10. Thanks to this, with the speed droplet drop, it's also going to multiply the amount of droplets that you already get from the run, plus this. So it'll allow you to farm the best out of the speed droplets and get as many as you need to T20 characters. So yeah, now taking a look at the main abilities, only paralysis on his entire kit, but honestly that's fine. He's an epic grade / droplet zone farmer, and has Frenzy plus 2, damage to paralyzed enemies of plus 40%, and also has increased status element chance against speed attribute enemies, so that's already pretty damn potent. Devastation of 60%, and of course the farming skills like I mentioned before, the droplets and speed link slot potions, strong attack reacher's time of minus 12%, and then these skills right here, which in my opinion are actually pretty damn good for GQ for when it comes to buffing bombardment units. Units like Art Book Ichigo and Spirits Are Forever with You Toshiro is going to be getting a huge benefit from this, because it's going to multiply the special move damage by 30% and also gives an extra 40% damage to status element affected enemies to all technique Soul Reapers, which is actually broken. It really is. Like, you guys have no idea. And the crazy thing is that it also affects Chojo as a character. It's good. It's a great set of skills. Like, I cannot even complain about this. And what else? Innate abilities? Oh, he also has Guard Break plus hit hidden enemies, Havoc of 20%, and Sprint plus 2. And yeah, he has very strong skills. The kit, on the other hand, if you guys don't like the Mind Lisa, you're not gonna get that much enjoyment out of him because he has the Shotgun Blast on the SA1, 1200 by 1200, Suction Vortex on the SA2, 750 AoE in front, and then the SA3 is full screen. So, yeah. If you guys don't like Mind Lisa, you're probably not going to enjoy this character. Word of advice, just give him Long Stride and he'll be set to go. He'll be completely fine for Droplet Zone, for Epic Rig, and you'll still be able to do just fine. Like, honestly, I think that with the fact that he already has Devastation of 60% plus the extra damage to paralyzed enemies of plus 40, plus this, and the special move damage increase, I think he's going to be quite good as a Soul Bomb nuker. Not to the crazy levels like, you know, units that have bombardment, but it's still quite strong. Like, you cannot deny that for sure. In IT, you can use him. Right now, he's currently cooked, but like, he's not an IT character, which I'm completely fine with. But even then, let's say you guys want to use him, he's just gonna be better than Art Book Ichigo in this kind of scenario, which is actually crazy. And up next at number 6, Spirits Are Forever with Yugin. Yeah, I decided to pretty much put him above Art Book, even though he still has better value in Guild Quest. And I have to be honest, I am starting to like this character even more for sure, even though I gave him so much crap, but he still deserves some crap because 2 of the skills are wasted, which could have been better, and he needed double status summons. But other than that, no affiliation killer with Frenzy plus 2, 40% damage to poison enemies with the increased status summon chance against speed attribute enemies, farms super speed link slot potions and speed link slot potions as a whole, guard break plus hidden enemies, and devastation 40. The only wasted skills here are basically coin drop, I fucking hate this skill, and technique attribute character movement speed of 30%. I also fucking hate this skill because it could have been replaced by anything like, I don't know, Berserker 40, full stam 20, extra strong attack damage to technique attribute characters. Like, come on. And he also has Havoc of 20%, Long Stride, and Sperm plus 2. And the kit, it's perfect. Like, it's perfect. 3k length beam on first, 960 into Homing Vortex, and then the SA3, which is full screen. So, got kit. And in IT, he's marvelous, except for when he has his poison completely blocked over. But for now, there's only been one Inheritance Trials where he never had the chance to proc status elements, and it was the one where Soul Reaper enemy mobs were a thing. But so far, he hasn't been screwed over too much, which is good. But sadly, just the thought alone that he only has poison is just bad. It really is. It just hurts him as a super pot character, just like it hurts Kaname. So, yeah. And then at number 5, we have the 1000-Year Blower Anime Uryu. And this guy's future-proofed for every single Inheritance Trial. He is also usable in Guild Quest for sure if you guys ever want to use him. And he does respectable damage numbers. Pretty much similar damage numbers as the Art Book Ichigo, if not somewhat better. And even then, this guy has Pierce Iron Skin with Guard Break. Cannot go wrong with that easily. And even then, look at what he has. Frenzy plus 1, Berserker 60%. Technique attribute character strong attack damage of 20% and full stamina damage boost of 20%. This is what the Manor Yumichika needed. And this guy did not have any type of wasted skills whatsoever, and he's the ultimate farmer. So he does what Gin does, but even better, because he also farms droplets. Not just potions and not just super pots, which is good. It's great. It's fantastic. And has double killers of Soul Reaper and Captain Killer, which is good. It's going to be quite effective when the enemy bosses are captains, because he's just going to be able to kill through just fine. And he also has Team Party Stamina Recovery of 20%, Havoc of 20%, and Sperm plus 1. Now, he doesn't have status elements. That is the one thing to take note of. So, when it comes to, you know, using him against bosses, he is going to struggle against killing them when at 1-5. At 2-5, he's definitely going to be better as a guy that has him 4-5, but you guys get the point. But he at least is not going to struggle as much as Yumichika ever does for Inheritance Trials, making him already that much of a better character despite being of a different attribute. What about the Strong Attack kit? Let's just say this. He has Roka's kit, but way better because he has the 750 AoE in front on the SA1, and then has the Homing Vortex, and then the full screen SA3. So, yeah. In my opinion, his kind of playstyle works out just fine, because once you're trying to keep yourself at a safe distance, just use your SA2 and let the Homing Vortex do the job, and it'll be quite good, especially with the fact that he has some pretty respectable damage multipliers, plus Pierce Iron Skin. You're not even going to have to worry about the damage reduction at all. So, yeah. He's a good character, worthy of the number 5 spot. And yeah, that being said, Safwikin is going to be better than Uryu when his poison isn't blocked. When his poison is blocked, this is the character that you want to go for, but even then, he's just universally good for every game mode, not just Inheritance Trials. At number 4, Spirits Are Forever With You, Retsu. I feel like this character is slept on by so many people, it's crazy, and even then, this character is fantastic. She's good. She's got a lot of stuff, minus the immunities, and in my opinion, she rivals 6th Anniversary Aizen in terms of the utility that she brings to the table, minus Guild Quest and minus a lot of other stuff. But even then, like, Frenzy +2 with full stamp 20, Berserker 20. She's got the same exact multipliers as the 1000-year Blower Retsu. Only difference is that there's no 80% SP buff, but it's okay. Havoc of 20%, Marauder, and Weaken Defense with a Devastation of 40%. Yeah, this character, she can sub 1 GQ for the melee and ranged holo GQs, although there's better nukers like Yama, so there's that. And even then, the damage numbers she does is good. It's very good. It's just that she doesn't have increased status element chance, but like with the fact that she has Frenzy +2, in my opinion, it's already better. And oh, look at this. Reduced strong attack cooldown of 6%. Always amazing. You gotta love it. You'll just be able to get your strong attacks back even faster. Also has Medic and Spurn +1. The kit, 3k length beam with 1020 width. SA2 is going to be the Vortex into pushback attack like Tokinada's. It's great for being able to inflict status ailments. Keep in mind, she does have double status ailments of Weakening and Drain, so she's never going to get screwed over. And even then, in the event where you cannot drain your mobs, you can just use the SA3 to heal yourself back up. Oh, and the SA3, right. She has the same one that, you know, Swimsuit Ruruka has. Swimsuit Isani. The AoE charge distant heal and hits like a goddamn truck. It's insane. Like, honestly, you do not want to sleep on this type of SA3 alone. Matter of fact, this character originated the whole SA3. I think that she's definitely worthy of the number 4 spot and does the job just fine. But guess who we have at number 3 that is able to do what Retsu can do but better, but is a bit slower? 1000-year Blower Aizen. He takes the number 3 spot, and he's a NAD character and still the best NAD unit that we have in the game, and it's just disappointing how we have not gotten another normal attacking character on the same scale as Aizen in over a year. And matter of fact, it's been over a year since the last character that got the status ailment attack boost of 80% and has never before been seen on a character ever again. Like, every single NAD unit that we've gotten up until now were just GQ, PvP, GQ, PvP. Where the fuck are these characters? It's so stupid. I'm sorry, but I don't like the idea of that. But even then, this character is still broken. It's good. He has Flurry +1 with a 60% bruiser from the skill and the soul trait combined together, and has the gauge mechanic. Obviously, he's gonna get the gauge effect of getting his strong attacks cooldown reduced by 30%, which is good. Very good. He can boost on the second strong attack, gives out barriers, and has Enhancer, Guard Break plus hit hidden enemies, increased status element chance against speed attribute enemies, multi-barrier +2, and poise. This character is literally what, in my opinion, Swimsuit Momo should have been, considering that she was a super pot farmer. This character is not a super pot farmer, but goddamn, easy good in Inheritance Trials. And once you activate the gauge mechanic, of course, he gains 100% bruiser. On top of having the 80% attack buff, he gets an additional 100% bruiser and will just do crazy damage numbers. And on top of it all, he even has read all affiliation dodges, fire immunity, and Spurner +1. Fantastic, for sure, fantastic. And this character, he is still the only normal attacking character who have this type of unique nat stream, where the 3 hits are just going to be ranged collision pushback attacks, and then the final hit happens to be a beam. It has not ever been repeated for a NAD character. Bro, this is just pisses me off with how Caleb is just leaving NAD units in the dust. They're just boycotting them for no reason while we keep on getting broken SP characters. I don't like the idea of that. And even then, the strong attacks don't really matter, but like they're great for keeping your distance. He has the Shotgun Blast, 800 AoE, and then the Suction Vortex. The Suction Vortex is just going to be fantastic for getting the 80% attack buff in just fine, because it has so many hits, and you're just going to be able to get that buff pretty quickly from it. Not to mention, it'll also help with building up the gauge and being able to activate it, allowing this character to do way more damage, and it's crazy. But yeah, he's just slower because he's a NAD character, but goddamn, is he literally topping everyone else in the list in terms of damage. But guess what? The other two characters above him are on a level beyond that. So at number 2, Spirits Are Forever With You, Toshiro. Good God. I hate how I have not pulled this character as many times as I wanted, considering the amount of summons I did. But anyways, double killers of Soul Reaper and Squad Zero killer. He has the gauge mechanic like Thousand Year Blower Aizen, but is an SP-based character this time around, with Frenzy +1, Berserker 40, Status Element Spiritual Pressure boost of 80%, Havoc of 20%, Marauder, Shared Complete Status Immunity. Like, he's definitely already got insanely good stuff. Now, he doesn't have increased Status Element chance, so you guys would think that he would suffer the same problems as the likes of Yamamoto. But guess what? No, that's not the case. That it really isn't the case, because look at what he has. He also has an additional full stamina damage boost of 20% and increased strong attack damage of 40% when at full stam. Added alongside the 80% SP buff when you get it to activate, and the gauge mechanic whenever you activate it gains an additional 100% Berserker, you're looking at a very damn good, strong character that you can use for every single content. He's going to be great in GQ. Matter of fact, in the new difficulty, I think that this guy's going to get insanely buffed, which is crazy to even think about. And guess what? The kit, it's great. He's got the same kit as 7th Anniversary Uryu. 3K length beam with 1020 width, full screen lunge, 870 into 1080, and then a full screen third strong attack. Amazing. Amazing character, for damn sure. And, oh, I forgot to mention, this guy's Bombardment. So, yeah, he's definitely going to be able to get sub 1. And, matter of fact, if you guys don't have 5-5 Yamamoto, but you have this guy at 5-5, have this guy as your nuker. And then put in Chojiro, because this guy is buffing up special move damage by 30% and is going to give Toshiro an additional 40% damage to frozen enemies. And you're looking at his Soul Bomb to be able to nuke through just fine without supports. Okay, maybe one support will still be needed, but like, he's just gonna nuke even harder than he would ever, which is stupid. It's crazy. It's fucking retarded. That's the best way to describe it. But now, at number 1 is just going to be a character that is going to be even more busted. Except for the nuking department, because I have to be honest, I think that Toshiro, in my opinion, has a better Soul Bomb. But this character just takes it on a whole other level in terms of DPS. And I do think that this character is the DPS king besides White. And here's who it is. Quincy Ichigo. This character is fucking busted. Just like Toshiro, just like Anime Uryu, he's got double killers, and he has Hollow and Ningen. He is the very first ever character to introduce Frenzy +2 with the 80% SP buff, for starters. But look at what else they gave him. They still gave him Sharpshooter, and on top of it all, Berserker 40, Technique Attribute Character Strong Attack Damage of 20%, has double status elements. He has the Technique Attribute Strong Attack Recharge 20%, which is going to help when moving in between maps of the quests, which is going to help this character regain his strong attacks, and it's going to be a broken skill for Limit Breaker quest. And on top of it, Devastation 40%, and also has the increased status element chance against speed attribute enemies, with weakening and range. Oh, but that's not all, lads. That's not all. That's not all. Full stamina damage boost of 20%. Havoc of 20%. Burn +2. He's an early 8th anniversary character. Like, 8th anniversary came so goddamn early. It's crazy. Like, this Quincy Ichigo just happens to hit way harder than the 8th anniversary one. But I do think that, in my opinion, kit-wise, the 8th Annie one has it a bit better because of the 750 into Tracking Vortex. But this Quincy Ichigo is no slouch either. It's just that he is also, you know, lacking immunities. But he's able to heal up so goddamn nicely. It's crazy, for sure. Like, his kit, he's got the 18% shave. Okay, bad SA, but guess what? It doesn't fucking matter because he has 80% SP buff, Frenzy +2, and all the additional multipliers. So, like, he has the same exact fix as the 8th anniversary Ichigo, if not slightly better. And then the SA2, 3K length beam, SA3, full screen. Best technique unit in the game, just the Soul Bomb, but even then, look, let me say this. Pair up Chojiro, this character is looking to pretty much do sub 1. Like, keep in mind, he has the exact same Soul Bomb as Spirits Are Forever With You Yoruichi, and Yoruichi is capable of doing sub 1 in her respective GQs. If she can do it, so can this character right here. And it's crazy because this guy came out a couple months after Spirits Are Forever With You Toshiro's release, and he definitely overtook what Toshiro could do in terms of damage, except for the Soul Bomb, and of course, you know, this guy having a better kit, and also having immunities, and he also only has freeze on his strong attacks. But like, yeah, the crazy thing is we only have one IT where this character has his freeze completely blocked off, but because he also has the gauge mechanic, he just makes a good work way around it and can still kill just fine. And that was the human killer IT, so yeah. And the crazy thing about this Quincy Ichigo is that he's premium too, so you can get more copies of the character in tickets, which is good. I pulled them from tickets after, like, what, spending 7k orbs in total on the main banner and individual banner combined together. Yeah, I'm just glad I got them. But anyways, that was the last of the top 10 list of characters. And guess what? We're not even done yet. We're gonna do an overall top 10 best characters in the game, where we basically pick out the best per attribute and put them all together in one video. So I hope you guys do stay tuned for that. And if you guys are looking forward to that, what are you guys waiting for? Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so that way you guys are notified for when it comes. And smash that like button if you guys have enjoyed this video. This has been your boy, the Death Smasher, and I hope to see you guys next time. And let me know how you guys feel about this top 10 list, if you guys agree or disagree, anything of that kind of sort. But this has been your boy, the Death Smasher, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. So take care, lads. Peace out. Bye. Sayonara.